Yogi Clan, what's up? And welcome back to What's Up Wednesday. I just really want to thank you for joining me. I got some awesome news to share with you today. So, for those of you who donated to our hosting today, I wanted to bring you a hosting update. The kids got here on Saturday. A lot has happened in just 3 short days. So before we dig on into it, I just want to thank you for joining. I am Yogi, and here we do all kinds of motorcycle related stuff. Service, repair, maintenance, tips, whatever. Anything motorcycle related. So you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give a brother some love. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I hope you enjoy this video because I got some really funny stories to tell you. They are just such cute kids. The girls, oh, melt my heart. They are just so darn precious. They're just so darn cute. The boys are just so sweet. They had told my wife when they first met my wife, because my wife flew up to Washington, D.C., Mama Yogi. That way she could meet the kids and help escort them back down here to North Carolina. There were 20, I believe, on the plane that she was escorting. It was her and another coordinator from Open Hearts and Homes who were escorting them down here to North Carolina. The boys said to my wife, now mind you, there are two twins, both 13, a girl 12 and a girl 11. The boys said to my wife at 13 years old, "We are so excited to be spending Christmas with your family. We've been looking forward to this. We are so excited, we can't wait." What 13-year-old boy says that to like a stranger? That to me was kind of a look into their hearts. And let me tell you, the thing that my wife said that she noticed is that this group of 4 siblings really do seem to love each other. They are a very tight group, which can be really good or it could be really bad. Why do I say really bad? Because I don't want to make it a situation of us versus them. Like if there's conflict, and we've had conflict already, but if there's conflict that happens, I don't want it to be a us versus, they bond as a team and these crazy American parents, they just, you know what I mean? So it could be a good thing, can be a bad thing. I think it's more of a good thing than it ever could be a bad thing, put it that way. And really, the boys have not been much trouble. The trouble that we've encountered thus far has more come from the girls, believe it or not. And it's really hard to get mad at the girls because they're just so cute and so sweet looking, Day 1, right? So our church had put together some backpacks filled with all kinds of goodies. Socks, clothes, fun stuff. Well, inside the backpack was also a package of those like wristband, those like bracelet glow sticks. Yep. And candy. Maybe Mom and I should have sorted through the backpacks before we gave the backpacks to the kids. Because let me tell you, their pockets were stuffed full of, they devoured the candy. I'm fine, whatever, not a problem. I really don't have a problem. Like, come on guys, let's pace ourselves. Let's not, oh, sugar. But at the end of the day, whatever. But what I do care is when they found the glow sticks. Because the 11-year-old young lady found the glow sticks first. And we noticed, why are the kids upstairs? What's going on? What are they doing up there? Oh, well, maybe they're just getting adjusted. Maybe they're looking through their stuff and getting acclimated. Our daughter Stella she was in the living room. Maybe they're just getting acclimated to what's going on. All of a sudden, 2 of them come running downstairs and Papa, come on. Okay, well, what are we going up for? So we walk up to the girls' room, which is the bonus room. So it's a fairly big room, right? It's the bonus room. It's the room above the garage. That's the room where we have a couple bunk beds in. That's where the girls stay. So I walk into the bedroom and everything looks normal. I'm like, why? What's going on? As soon as I walk in, they turn off the light switch and the room goes dark. Except for what looked like, I don't know, maybe you did when you were a kid, right? In school, like in like elementary school, middle school maybe, our class went to go see a planetarium. And when you go into the planetarium, when you walk in, it just looks like this, white roof, dome roof structure, and you sit in some auditorium seats. And then, it just looks like a regular normal room with like a dome roof until they turn off the lights. Then you see like all the stars and the galaxies and everything in the room. And suddenly it feels like you're outside at nighttime looking up into the heavens and seeing the beauty of all the stars. Yep, that's what it looked like when we turned off the lights in the bedroom. There was green glow stick splatter everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean like all over the ceilings, all over the furniture, all over the bed, all over the floor, the brand new carpet. It was green splatter everywhere. So what she had done is she'd taken apparently a couple of those glow sticks bracelets and just took it and just started, and after it broke, just started whipping it around like this, and it just splattered everywhere. So my daughter Stella, who is adopted, who now sees the other side of the coin, now sees it from our side, because the brand new $90 pair of Nike shoes that she bought for herself, the brand new computer that she bought for herself because she's a freshman in college this year and worked hard all summer at McDonald's to earn the money to buy herself a computer, and these fancy $90 shoes now have glow stick splatter on them. And she's freaking out. I'm like, Stella, calm down. But my computer, but my shoes. I'm like, honey, let's think about it in perspective. But my brand new carpet, but my freshly painted walls, but my furniture. She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah. So I didn't know whether to laugh about that or cry. But let's just say the interior, if you've never seen the interior of a glow stick, it's more like a gel, so it wipes up pretty easy. But yeah, I kind of had a clue on what was going on before I even got to the room, because I was walking up the staircase to the second floor, again on our brand new carpet in the hallway. I did see a couple droplets of green glow stick. So before I even got to the room, I kind of had a surprise, but I must say, honestly, I was kind of impressed because it did look really cool. But it did look, I'll give them credit, it did look really cool, but I don't really want to see that ever again, so we confiscated the rest of the glow sticks. So then yesterday, I had told you in a previous What's Up Wednesday that Amazon had given us like 22 suitcases to give to the kids. Well, many of these suitcases were like 3-part. You had the outer suitcase, and then you had a size medium. It was like one of those Russian nesting dolls where you open one, there's another, and you open one, there's another. It was like that. So they had like small, medium, and large suitcases. So really, when she gave us 22 suitcases, it was like 22 times 3. It was like 66 suitcases. So we took all the extras down to a place where my wife and I got licensed to do foster care to put into the foster care system. So we took the 4 host kids with us. We're like, hey, why don't you come with us so we can, you can meet these people and we can, do a good thing by donating the rest of these suitcases we're not using it for you guys to the foster care system. So we drove. It's about a 40-minute drive. We went down there. As soon as we get there, I'm unloading the suitcases from the back of my truck. And the 11-year-old, Miss Glow, we'll just call her Miss Glowstick. Miss Glowstick, I think it was a hollyberry bush. She walks over to the hollyberry bush, kind of near where we are parked, and she's looking at the bush. I'm like, what the heck is she doing? Next thing I know, she grabs a berry off the bush, pops it in her mouth. I'm like, whoa! No. And she's looking at me like, what? And I'm like, spit it out! But of course she doesn't know any English at all, so she's like chewing on this berry. I'm like, blah! Blah, blah. And finally she gets my charades and understands it and spits it out. I'm like, good Lord, girl, what is up with you? Were you raised by like wild hyenas? What is going on with you? First the glow stick, now you're eating poisonous berries. What are you doing? And there have been a couple other things that she's done that just make me laugh. I'm like, good Lord, girl. And when I think about her, she's 11. She's been in an orphanage for 9 years. The reason why she went to an orphanage is her father was an alcoholic. Her mother was an alcoholic. Her father used to beat her mother. Her mother has since passed away from alcoholism. Father, I don't know what's up with him, but he went to jail a few times for beating mom. They used to have a younger brother. Apparently, he accidentally killed the youngest brother. I guess the brother was like 1, and the guy was drunk, and he wound up rolling over on the kid, suffocating him, and killed him. Just horrible stories. Horrible stories. And the orphanage that they're in is not one of the worst over there, one of the top 3. And we know that because we've known other kids who have come out of that orphanage. But the trauma that these kids face and deal with is just unspeakable. I can't even imagine. Many of these kids, they may be 13 physically, but emotionally subtract 4 or 5 years. So she may be little glow stick, may be 11, but she's really more like a 7-year-old, emotionally. And it's just such a shame, and it's so hard. And since we've adopted 8 other kids from Ukraine, what's even more crazy is a lot of the attributes that we see in her, we see in her sister, we see in her brothers, we also have seen in some of the kids that we have adopted already from Ukraine. And the thing I think about it is I remember the trauma, the struggles, the challenges that my wife and I went through with those kids that we have adopted, and we see these kids and they're just so sweet and handsome and beautiful, and I'm thinking, but I still think, my Lord, do we want to go through this again? Because we have now, many of those kids that we've adopted before have moved out of the house, and we now, there's peace, where before maybe there wasn't as much peace in the house because of the trauma, because of the challenges. And I just think, Heavenly Father, do we really want to enter? Because I see how this kid's operating. The older sister doesn't want to ever admit she's wrong, will not apologize for being wrong, and when she gets cornered for being wrong, she just goes and hides in the room and pouts, but will never say, I'm sorry. We've dealt with that with some of our other kids, and it's just a glimpse into some of the challenges that she has. And I just, that's the struggle my wife and I are going through currently of, do we want to get back, do we want to deal with 9 years of trauma and abuse again? And I don't know. And that's what we're thinking about right now is, do we want to put our foot back, dip our big toe back into the water, and because we're also licensed to be foster parents. So as soon as this hosting period is over, we're going to start fostering. And fostering is different than adoption. If the fit's not there, and it's not a foster to adopt situation that these kids will be fostering. It's just foster only. These kids that we're looking to foster, I can't give many details about it, but it will never lead to an adoption. It's just temporary placement, which I'm good with. Sure, it'll break my heart, I'm sure, at times when we get some really good kids and they have to go back to their situations, but adoption is forever. It's it's permanent, it's forever, and it's a forever commitment. And I just don't know if emotionally my wife and I are ready to handle 9 years of trauma and what 9 years has done. Because when you think about Glow Stick, she was too young to remember what it was like to be in a family. Too young. And, she got put in the orphanage at 2 years old. She doesn't remember what it was like to be in a family. And for her older siblings, like there's a brother who's 14 who didn't come because of COVID restrictions. You know, he would have been, what, 5? So he knows what it's like to be in a family. But the problem is the family that he was in was so dysfunctional, he doesn't know what a functional family life is like. You know? All he saw were a bunch of alcoholic parents who got drunk all the time and probably smoked cigarettes all the time. And that's what he's doing now because that's what he thinks is what you do. So they told us, yeah, you know, he beats us up and he drinks and he smokes. Like, oh, great. At 14. Great. You know, he's following. I've said it before when talking about this situation, that sometimes the apple does not fall far from the tree. And yeah, I've seen that in many of our kids. The apple does not fall far from the tree, even though we've given them tools, we've given them a fresh start, we've given them everything that we can give them. Some of them still revert back to doing the things that their biological parents did. Whether it's drinking, whether it's sleeping around, or maybe even prostitution. And it breaks my heart to see some of our kids going through some of the same struggles that their biological parents did and not want to do better for themselves because they have the tools and the opportunities to do it. The trauma just holds them back from really fulfilling what they should be doing, you know? I'm hoping with time and maturity that fixes itself, but it's heartbreaking, guys. It truly is. And I think, you know, do we want to invite 5 more kids to become part of our family to deal with 5 more individuals who are traumatized? And that's where we are right now. And that's what's up. I will say we are having fun now. There are many more bright spots than there are dark spots, but in 3 days, we've had challenges in 3 days. Oh, little glow stick. She's just so darn cute. It's hard to be mad at her when she's so darn cute. They've had fun bouncing on the trampoline. We went last night to a light show in a one town over from where we live, and the Grinch was there. Yeah, I have Santa Claus sitting in his chair. Well, they had Grinch sitting on a sofa. And the kids, oh, they loved it. They got to sit with the Grinch and get their pictures taken. It was the smiles on all their faces, man, it was priceless. I loved it. So, Yogi Clan, with Christmas only a few days away, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Ask you to pray for our family that, you know, maybe the Lord will soften some of the hardness in their hearts and just allow them to enjoy the experience of being in a family and being with a family, and that they can see the love of a family through us, and that we can show them the love of Christ and how a family is supposed to operate, and just that they have an awesome holiday season with us. So just say a prayer for that. Lift them up if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, a happy New Year. Kiss on those kids, kiss on your wife, kiss on your mama and your papa. And now y'all know what's up in our world. I'll catch you later. Peace.